Okay, finally passed the qualifiers and got into the Silver League. Sometimes that can be so tough to do. Some of these battles I had to be the one carrying. Sometimes I had to be carried. I split up the evening, actually put in quite a few battles. I fought 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in black, and when I got all the way back to 0 stars again, I said, okay, I need to take a break. Those 3 in a row just kind of took the heart out of me for a bit. So then I went and worked on Mogador a little bit in random since I'm grinding up her line now that I finally reached Henri the Fourth on the French cruisers. Now I can focus on those French DDs. And then I came back and I did some more, and I went to Pommern and thought I'd try that out. And that worked pretty well. Lost the first one, and then I went 4 in a row. And then lost the next one, and then went 2 in a row. And the one I'm going to show you turned out to be a real good battle. And it kind of indicated how things went with Pommern tonight. All right, so we are on the Faroe Islands map. And so this is the Silver League qualifiers. So you have to earn 5 stars and hold on to them through through a series of battles to get into the qualifiers and get through the qualifiers and get into Silver League. So we have 1 aircraft carrier, 3 battleships, 1 cruiser, and 1 destroyer on each team. Looks like our Georgia is complaining a little bit about the fact that there's an aircraft carrier in the game. It does make things painful, but at least we don't have a sub also, because submarines combined with the aircraft carrier can make things really difficult, especially for a battleship, because we're so easily found and we can't exactly run away so easy. Okay, so right away I am plane spotted, but so is my Georgia and probably our Eloy. So Georgia and I were headed on down to Charlie Cap, and Udaloy tried to take off down the middle somewhere. I'm not sure, but Georgia called him back. We want his help. All right, we are taking shots over there, and we were kind of shooting at that enemy Groningen. I think both of us were, but nothing hit. He didn't stay spotted, so we lost target lock for one thing, but possible that we forced him into his smoke. I'm not sure, but Groningen is a destroyer that has really good guns. He has a good smoke screen that he likes to sit in and run his hydro, and then he likes to sit there and farm away on battleships with his good guns. Now he doesn't get any torpedoes, but they tend to do pretty good damage with just finding a good spot to sit and farm down battleships. Now our Udaloy is challenging him. Udloy is a Russian destroyer. He does have torps. He also has good guns and very good speed. So it's possible that he could get away with it, but if that Groningen is sitting in his smoke with hydro going, then Udloy won't be able to see him. And it looks to me like Groningen's getting the better of the fight. Groningen, yeah, he got that one. So, that's not looking too good. I was hoping for a little bit more out of our DD. Now we've lost our only DD, and that Groningen's going to take the cap, and then as long as he has somebody spotting for him, like the battleships that we're shooting at, then he's going to be able to sit there and rain down high explosives on us. Well, I have hydro on Pommern, and so I'm going to try to get into this cap and make use of it, because I do not have to worry about Groningen's torps, obviously, since they don't have any. The only thing he's going to be good for is shooting HE and spotting. I'm going to get up here so my guns are cleared. I've loaded HE so that when we do spot him, HE does maximum damage to a destroyer. Now we're plane spotted, so he knows we're coming. So he's got to either deal with me or he's got to deal with the Georgia. Almost getting away. Alright. Well, I took a nice chunk off of him, but didn't do anything with it. Now I'm switching to AP since we're going to have to deal with this Soviet Soyuz battleship here. Got turned just in time. Now, Russian battleships are pretty tanky nose in, but not from the side, so he's going to give up a broadside to either me or the Georgia, and I'm hoping Georgia doesn't get in the way of my torps here, because that's what I am getting ready to do. Okay, he took all four of them, didn't kill him, but Georgia was able to finish him. Good deal. Okay, well now. I just said good teamwork there. So Georgia and I, along with our Schroeder, our cruiser, and then our aircraft carrier, have survived. We did lose one of our battleships, and of course we lost our DD. Now the other side has a Musashi. Musashis are basically a Yamato at tier 11. They're a real heavy hitting Japanese battleship. They have the same guns that Yamato has, but they get to play at tier 11. And he just finished off our Admiral Schroeder in a hurry there. Admiral Schroeder is a German cruiser, They are good brawling cruisers and pretty tough, but there's nothing they can do against the Musashi. Musashi's going to overmatch them at every angle. AP is just going to blow right on through them. Okay, well, I am going to head on up to Alpha. As much as I can, I'm trying to help out our Georgia, but that aircraft carrier, every time I shoot, he can spot me because he can see me from over here. He's somewhere to the left of me. We can see that on the mini-map from his last spotted position. Georgia and I are both taking shots at that Carnot. I tagged him. Only thing it really served to do, though, was reset the cap. Okay, well, might get another shot at him. Let's see here. Trying to gauge if he's going to turn out. Now, Georgia might do it. Oh, yeah. Good job, Georgia. Ooh, yeah. Those Russian CV skip bombs, the Pobeda. Now, Georgia is a American cruiser. They are known for being really, really fast. They have a speed boost. They have really good guns, but they only have, I believe, 6 of them. Okay, I'm turning on my hydro to help me dodge these torpedoes a little bit better. And then I'm slamming on the brakes as best as I can, turning in to where those torps be coming from. Looks like I'm going to take 1. Nope, I'm going to take 3. Darn it. Probably would have been better if I'd just taken them on the side, but torpedo protection there. Took them right on the nose, but you got to try to dodge them as best you can. Oh my goodness, I can see the aircraft carrier from here. All right. And I citadeled him. Good. Now the thing with these Russian carriers, they throw a lot of ordnance at you all at the same time. But they only get one flight. They only get one squadron at a time. Yeah, that wasn't a very good hit. I don't know what he's doing over here. Why did he let himself get spotted like this? Maybe he thought I was going to be going somewhere else. There, okay. And that got me a high caliber, and I'm way over 100,000, so I've had a pizza party here for a while. Okay, if this is a good hit, I'll almost finish him. Yep, another Citadel. Down to almost nothing. Dang. Boy, those skip bombs, those hurt. This'll finish him if it hits him. It did. Good. Okay, all that's left is the Musashi, and he's down too. Alright, so I ended up with high caliber. 153,000 in damage. That was off only 34 target hits. But then I got 4 torpedo hits. And that was sweet. Sometimes that'll happen. Plus 17 aircraft shot down. And 4 hard hits to the Citadel. Started 2 fires. Even got a capture in there. 75 secondary target hits. So Pommern secondary guns are nothing like the Schlieffen or even the GK. But she does good work at tier 9, and I'm happy with her. Well, we only ended up second on the leaderboard with this one because that Georgia that I was in company with ended up getting 3 kills. So good job there on him. And I did comp him already. I am all out of comps and can't comp anymore now. But still, almost 2,000 base XP, so I was just right behind him. So the ship I put down was the aircraft carrier, the Pobeda, but came really close on the Soviet Soyuz. Georgia had to finish him, but I almost got him. Plus, I put a little bit of a chunking on Musashi and Carnot and the Groningen. So, all good there. I just noticed that the Groningen was a guy from the No Run clan. I sometimes play clan battles with the clan commander of the No Run clan, guy named Long, with about 5 O's in his name. That battle brought in over 500,000 credits, plus 1,749 free XP, and over 10,000 Elite Commander XP. So all good there. Alright, so we are still using that Zipangu port. I guess I'm just wishing for some springtime since we've been getting snow just about every day for the past, about a month and a half. Not really complaining, but it will be nice. So last time we were here, I was mentioning I didn't know if this was a real place. Well, it's kind of is and kind of isn't. That is Mount Fuji in the background. Looks just like the picture on Google. And when I Googled the name, Zipangu, it turns out that is the name given to the country of Japan back in the days of Marco Polo. I don't know if that's what he called it, but that's what was mentioned. Anyway, let's take a look at this captain. So I have Gunther Lutyens as my captain here. And Lutyens is famous because he was the captain of the Bismarck when she was getting in all that trouble with the British and caused the sinking of the Hood and all that, but then ended up being sunk herself later on. And so Gunther is a special captain. He's a unique commander, and he has some unique skills. I use preventative maintenance. I have been using vigilance with him. I kind of one of these days will respec him and probably switch over to grease the gears because sometimes it takes me a while to get my German battleship guns on target. But right now that's what I'm using. And then Adrenaline Rush. And then I'm using this improved repair party. The advantage to that is that I can get my repair parties in action a little bit quicker, get a heal going when I need one. However, I probably would go with the basics of survivability instead, or something along those lines, or maybe beef up the secondaries and get more range out of her secondaries. And I use him on Schlieffen, and so that's Schlieffen's big deal, is having great secondaries. And so I spec'd into this way back before I really knew what I was really doing with battleships, and I think I would do some things differently now, but it's expensive to respec your captain. For me, it would be 210,000 free Elite Commander XP or 525 doubloons. And so I'll think about it. Maybe as we go forward in these Silver League ranked battles, I might do that. The other ones that I have here are his emergency repair expert. And so that gives me an extra heal, and that helps quite a bit because I was using them up a lot of these battles tonight. And then concealment expert gets my concealment range down for a battleship to be down to 13.6 is not too bad because a lot of them are over 15. And then fire prevention expert just cuts down a little bit on the risk of catching fire. And then more importantly, if I do catch fire, it keeps those fires down to 3 instead of the 4 that are possible. And only one of those can be on the superstructure, which helps. The neat thing with Lutyens is when I get 140 main battery hits, then it decreases my main battery reload speed, which that's actually pretty good when I'm using him on mines, which I do. On my battleships, I don't get that many shots off, but this one, the secondary battery loader, gets his speed of the reload of his secondary battery 15% reduction in that uh, reload speed, and I only have to hit things 100 times. Well, that's actually pretty easy to get that one set off. And then I don't really use these other things here. They're more for that one anyway, is for aircraft carriers. Now this one, if I spot 3 different enemy ships, then it improves my heal by quite a bit. So that's that's nice to have that. So every once in a while you get lucky, and even in a battleship, you're the one spotting. Okay, so let's back out of here and take a look at his equipment, or her equipment, because it's Pommern's. Alright, so I'm running main armaments mod 1, and so that helps keep my main guns from getting knocked out. Also, it's supposed to help keep the torpedoes from getting knocked out, but they get knocked out pretty easy on all the German ships. It's just one of those things. They don't have much protection out there on the decks where they are. Then I run enhanced hydro on this so that I get an extra 20% of hydro, and that does seem to help when I'm out there in the open and torpedoes are coming at me from multiple directions. Then I have aiming systems mod 1. Helps reduce the dispersion, and German dispersion is really pretty rough anyway, but this does help a little bit. And every once in a while I can really chunk a battleship or a cruiser at range, and it's a sweet thing when that happens. And then I have damage control system mod 2, which cuts down on my fire extinguishing time, so that if I can't put it out myself, then it'll put it out a little bit more quickly for the fires and for flooding. Then I have concealment systems mod 1 along with the captain's skill, is what gets my concealment down as low as it can be. And then last is auxiliary armaments mod 1, and that improves my secondary battery reload time. Also helps out with my anti-aircraft AA. And so German battleships are still not great, but Pommern's not too bad. I rate a 79, so that's not too bad compared to like my Japanese battleships, I think. Okay, well, that was Silver League ranked battles, and one step along the way as I go on into the Silver League. And that's where I tend to hang out most of the time. I don't usually try to go up to Gold League. It's a lot more fun in Silver.